Hello, Pisces Sun, Gemini Rising. My name is Tanya, and I'm going to be doing a year ahead reading for you. I'll be pulling one card for each month, plus an overall card from the bottom of the deck. Now, with a Gemini Rising, people may see you as somebody who's very talkative, somebody who may be willing to take opposite sides of an argument just for the sake of it. You may come across as argumentative potentially. Your chart is ruled by Mercury, so it's all about communication and talking things out. And this also means that most likely, not in every case, but most likely your sun is going to be in the 10th house, the house of your career path, what you might wish to do for a living, what you want to do as a career. And with your Pisces sun there, that could be something that leans on your creativity, your intuition, or empathy. So it could have to do with nursing. It could be in metaphysical skills. It could be tarot reading. It could be energy healing. It could be any number of things. You could be an artist, a teacher. So many possible paths and different ways to use that skills, that energy that you have. All right, let's get started. Let's see what the year ahead has in store for you. We're starting off with the Hanged Man. Then we have the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Emperor. So move these over just a little. I have a Virgo rising, and sometimes I get a little too particular. All right. Month 7, month 8, month 9, month 10, month 11, and month 12. And then from the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. So what I got right off of the bat was, whoa, power, evolution, change. You have a lot of power cards, I would call them. So this year is going to be about big changes, big shifts in how you view the world and how you do things. But the overall energy or the underlying energy of that is this Six of Cups. Cups are about our emotions and our intuition. And the Six of Cups is about reminiscing memories, fond memories, bringing those forward into your path, into your future, to where you are now. Remembering the good things, the things that helped build you and create the person that you are today. The positive things. Less of a focus on the negative and definitely a stronger focus on the things that helped you get to where you are now. Helped you survive, if that's how it was for you, to the point where you're at now, where things are probably about to take a turn. But remember the people that helped along the way, the people that encouraged you. Those moments of inspiration and goodwill. Now over here we have the Hanged Man. We're starting off with that in month 1 with the Hanged Man. This is one of the major arcana cards. Again, a power card. This is where you're just kind of feeling like you're in a state of suspension. You're waiting on something. It's more about observing what's going on than participating in it or taking any action. This wouldn't be a month that you want to take action. You're just letting things flow and hanging back a little bit. And this might not be something that you've done in the past. It could be that you always want to act. You want to take action. You want to help. But you've recognized in this case, your best action is to stand back and let things play out. And just be there to support if it's needed, but you just need to be there in the background, observing and learning yourself. Because there is some lesson there in what you're observing in this time spent just kind of having that observer role. So something that you can take forward or that you recognize as a strength in yourself when you do that. And then we have the Magician card here in month 2, another power card, another major arcana card. This is the first one that the Fool meets in their journey through the major arcana. The Magician has all of the tools and the connections, the skills they need to create whatever it is that they need. This is a master manifester. You know how to tap into that energy. And that might be part of what you observed that you had time to think about. It may even come out of this reminiscing um, within yourself in the past. That when you do certain things, when you feel a certain way about something, you are more likely to achieve it. It's more likely to be delivered to you, if you will, to appear in your life when you need it. There's that sense of recognition there, and maybe a plan comes up, or you do a ritual or tap into something about that's going to help you manifest something that you really want for the future. It's like you've said, okay, you know what? I'm getting serious now. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. That kind of energy is what I'm feeling here in month 2. And then in month 3, you make it happen. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Tens are about completion, reaching a goal, achieving something, especially with the 10 of Pentacles. This is a card that's traditionally known as a legacy card. So it's a great achievement. It's building something, having something, creating something that's going to help you long and far into the future. It's a solid foundation. It's support of friends and family. And celebrating that achievement with those that are close to you. Creating that legacy that's going to see you through for a very long time to come. And that's in month 3. And then in month 4, we have the 5 of Swords. Swords are an air element. This is going to be about our thoughts and communication. I'm feeling that this could be a misunderstanding that happens in month 4 here. Words are taken out of context. Messages are taken out of context. The communication just isn't clear. So what you need to do is make sure if you get something and you're maybe feeling a little offended or defensive about a response or about a message that you receive, you need to reach out to the other people and ask for clarity rather than choosing to be offended, to be hurt. Because it could just be a matter of punctuation. You just need to make sure you get clear on the message. That is the primary thing that's coming through for this card. Get clear on the message. Ask for the clarity. Ask lots of questions. Maybe even offer to meet with them in person if you can, or face to face in some way, electronically or literally, so that you can feel and get in touch with that energy. And that's going to help you get through that and get that clarity. Otherwise, you're just going to be like, what? What did they just say? They cannot mean that, right? You got to ask. You got to take action. And then in month 5, we're coming on to the King of Swords. From the 5 of Swords, where you needed to get clarity, make sure things were right, we have the King of Swords. It's a masculine energy. It's very active. This is like the CEO of a company, somebody who is a power person. They can be very blunt at times. Their words can also be very cutting and cruel sometimes if the situation calls for it. They're going to be less concerned with how you feel about things. And it's going to be more about doing what they say. Okay. Just do what I said. So this could be somebody, and maybe this is a person you need to get clarity with, They just have that very blunt way, and they have a process in place, and they want it followed the way that they have it documented. And they're coming off as very cold and unfeeling, but they're just very driven and focused in this one area. And again, they're not concerned about how you feel about it. They're concerned about the outcome. There isn't malicious intent here. This is just that energy that they have. Trying to find a redeeming thing. I'm not feeling that from this energy. It's just that's the way they are. So you're going to need patience, and you're going to need to understand that you are going to have to do it the way that they have it documented the first time. If it does not work as expected, then you need to walk through it with them watching if needed, with them observing you doing it as they have it documented, in order to help them understand that certain corrections need to change, or something, a tool, an application, something in the process changed, which requires a change in the manual. It's almost like the computers were upgraded and the instructions were based on the old computers and how those performed. But now that they have better computers that perform much faster or differently, or an application that had to change, it can improve things. The process can improve if they update the manual to get with the current times, with the current equipment. But they're not seeing that right now or understanding that piece of it right now. They need to be involved in it, and they need a walkthrough. So have patience. Take your time, make sure they understand exactly where the gap is here, or where the errors are now that things have changed. And it might be not even be something that they changed. It could be another department. It could be a vendor. It could be something else, where they just didn't give notification and you happen to notice that it's not working as the way that it was or should be. So they're going to, in the end, really appreciate that you caught this, but it's going to take patience. It's going to take, excuse me, some patience here in month 5. And then in month 6, we have the Emperor, another major arcana card. I'm telling you, big shifts. If you're able to maintain that patience there, I mean, they might offer you another type of position, something with power. Um, the Emperor is sort of known as the father of the deck. It's very much, it's a card for Aries. And a lot of times this has to do with setting boundaries. And that could be the other side of the coin, is that now that they know how clever you are, or that you're able to notice this stuff, they might start pulling you into certain areas. And you may need to say, no, no, my boundary is this. If you want me to take on responsibilities in these other areas, then yes, we can sit and talk about a job change, which may involve a salary change or a role change. But in my current position, this is what I have capacity for. Setting boundaries there. This could also be with boundaries, not even with work. This could be boundaries with friends. It could be boundaries with other activities or people in your life. And yourself. You need to respect your own boundaries, and make sure you're making space or time for yourself to do things, and not getting so caught up, for example, in work, that now you're working 60, 80 hours a week and not taking time out for play, for relaxing, for hobbies, for creating. So month 6 almost feels like a reset in that area, or some areas. It feels like it might be multiple or overlapping areas of energy that need to be reset. And now we're moving down here to the Queen of Swords in month 7. Another sword element. This is someone, it's a little bit of a melancholy energy, but again, it's swords. Um, this may be somebody who has some news or is an advisor for you. This could be in the same space because together these would be a power couple, but I feel like they're related but not together, if that makes sense. Or maybe it will make sense as you get to these points. This is someone who may have their emotions under a very tight lock and key, and they don't like to express them. They prefer to use logic, training, etc. to communicate. I'm getting the word opposition for this card. So this could be somebody else in the same work environment or somebody else in the same industry, somebody who is, what is this feeling? It's not quite envy. They're a little aggravated that they didn't come up or see this issue before you did. Okay. So this might be somebody that you're in competition with at work or somebody in competition with where you're creating things because you're being led by your intuition and your emotions and you go with the flow, which is how you can see things differently. You have that creative vision. Whereas they're like very by the book, this is the way things are supposed to be. This is what my experience is. They can be nurturing and supportive of the people that they're responsible for, but they don't necessarily meet or reach out on an emotional level and connect that way. So if this is something that someone that, again, you need to interact with here in month 7, just recognize that they're not going to be moved by emotions. This person, though, may be moved by creating things, doing actions. And that you may be able to communicate with them in that way. Showing them something new outside of their norm or the norm that you two are usually connected in. You may even teach them, I don't know, if you're teaching or involved in, again, a creative pursuit like art, sculpture, um, jewelry making, quilting, whatever it is, that might be something that they're interested in or curious about that you could talk to them about and let them ask you questions and stir their curiosity. That's how you hook them. Get that curiosity flowing, get them asking questions and opening them up more that way. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This lady is laid back. She is very secure in where she is. She's very nurturing, kind of the, chill vibe going on. It's a place you just like to hang out in that energy. So this could be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, or have to do with some placements that you have in that area. It feels like it's a friend or somebody you look up to, you admire. It could be like an auntie type figure or that type of energy. There's somebody you can go to for comfort, to decompress, for advice, maybe on how to communicate with this person. This person here with the air element, I mean, this is where you may actually catch their curiosity because they're an air element, which is going to be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, I believe. But yeah. And this person just kind of, again, the chill vibe, they kind of ground you. You go over there for dinner or go out to the cabin with them for the weekend or something like that. But decompression and relaxation here in month 8. In month 9, we have the King of Wands. Wands are a fire element. They're passionate, they're bold, this can be forceful. This one's a masculine energy, so also active, outgoing. Wands, this is going to be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Possibly Leo, really, with the lion in the background there. This feels like somebody else you meet. You have some big influential people coming up for you over this year. This could be somebody who becomes a romantic interest. But again, they have that big, bold energy. It actually might complement you very well with your Gemini rising. Again, depends on other placements too, but so a potential long-term partner if you're not already involved with someone, or someone who could just be you just click with and you banter with. And it's that quick connection and your best friends. Truly just best friends. But they are not afraid to speak their mind. You're not afraid to speak your mind. They come at things quickly and passionately, where you're more intuitive. You have the more receptive energy. They have that more, you have the more feminine energy with the receptive water element from your sun, and they are fiery and things could get steamy. You guys might like to argue just for the sake of arguing, and taking different viewpoints and getting deep into subjects. They could have a strong influence on how you see things too, because they are so passionate about what they believe in. They might help you see things differently and influence some change in your life. Even if they're there for a short time, if that's what ends up being the case, it's going to influence you in some significant way. And then in month 10, we have the Judgment card, another major arcana card. This is a card of leveling up, of it going to the next level of achievement. 2 achievement cards in the same year, but for different things, different areas of your life. I feel like this has to do with confidence, especially after dealing with all these different people and personalities and finding out how to work with them, how to communicate with them, how to help them grow too in a certain way. Because you will influence each of these people as you're going through. As you're interacting with them. And in month 10, so this could be a big promotion. It could be a new level of creativity, almost a professionalist, a sense of professionalism when it comes to what you create or how you use and who you use your intuition with. But it's definitely a major boost in confidence and a better sense of who you are and what you want out of life as you move forward. And then in month 11, inspiration strikes. This aha moment and this great idea of something, some idea that opens you up to even more possibilities. It's a spiraling effect, right? Like, oh, well, if I did this one thing, then I could do this. Wait, but then that also means I could take it to this next level and do that. And then if we turned it this way, or if I turned it that way, I could do this. Inspiration. Another way to say it would be the muse strikes and you're off to the races, checking it out, trying it, exploring it, excited about this idea and doing some research on it. But this is a card that says, yes, go for it. Try it. Do it. Positivity. And then we're ending the year here with month 12 with the Two of Swords. You have a decision to make. At the end of all of this, you have a decision to make. And you should be fairly confident in making it. So means because there's some indecision here, this is an area of life where you don't have that confidence, where you don't trust your intuition, where you're not sure if you're going to make the right decision. But what you need to do, and yes, you could abdicate it. You could choose not to make the decision. You could choose not to choose. But if you do that, then it definitely won't go. It won't work out to your benefit, and you'll be back to having to make this decision again. The universe will bring it back around again. So you need to decide which direction you want to go, which choice you want to make. You will not know for sure what the outcome will be. It is not guaranteed. But there's also the point that you can't really make the wrong decision. It's just the path for how you get there to the same end, ultimately. For making this decision, you do need to tap into your intuition, probably more consciously than maybe you're typically used to doing. Tap into your body to see which one it leans into, which one feels like the best fit for you would be the decision to make. And again, not the decision for other people. This needs to be the right decision for you. So try not to use logic for this one. And just go. You'll do the right thing, the thing that you need to do for you. Believe in yourself. All right, Pisces Sun, Gemini Rising, that's what I have for you. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel and achieve one of my dreams. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.